Mark Wahlberg has deep connections to Diddy. He knows much more than what he's letting on, and it doesn't help Mark's case that he and Diddy have a company together that focuses on water with electrolytes. That's interesting because Diddy is obsessed with hydration after his long freak-offs. On top of Mark's sketchy business, he's embarrassed himself by trying to use his fame to get off on the crimes that he's committed by asking for a pardon and using his celebrity privilege. So let's get into it. We've covered Mark Wahlberg's sketchy past before on this channel, but I never realized that he went into business with Diddy. We need to take a better look at Mark Wahlberg because he's good friends with Sean Combs, and they actually collaborated on a brand together, a company called Aqua Hydrate, a premium water bottle brand infused with electrolytes. These two enjoyed hanging out with each other so much that they decided to go in on business together so they could go and do public promotions for this water bottle brand.
Can't wait for you guys to try it. Yes. Thank you.
He was chasing me around, asking me what that blue bottle was. He said, I've always wanted to have my own water. Yeah, this is my water, but persistence pays off. Now he's a partner.
I want in. I need to be in, Mark.
Isn't it kind of bizarre that he wanted to get in on this business, this water with electrolytes in it, because Mr. Diddy is like IV obsessed. He's like, he does these freak offs and then he likes to be hydrated. He loves his hydration. We've learned this. So isn't it really weird that he's like into this brand that gives you electrolytes because he needs them after his freak offs, which I have a feeling that like Mark Wahlberg must have had an idea if he has him as a partner of his brand and doing this like public campaign with him to go and promote these.
You got more fucking dye in that beard than Diddy wears.
All right, that's enough.
And I know.
That's enough.
I seen him. He shows me behind the curtain.
That's a fucking enough. All right, I'm gonna edit this out.
While we're on the topic of Mark, let's talk about another moment that he had with Kate Moss. I did a podcast episode titled Cocaine Kate on my Let's Get Into It podcast. It gets messy over there if you haven't checked it out. Well, model Kate Moss called Mark Wahlberg a dickhead because he had body shamed her. Kate claims there was a Calvin Klein campaign in 1992, which she shot with Mark Wahlberg, and she claims that she felt insecure and worried about these photos because she felt the pressure to pose overly sexually. She was only 17 years old at this point, and she claims that she was painfully self-conscious about the size of her boobs. Kate was deeply uncomfortable about the straddling of the rapper turned actor while wearing no top. We will be talking about Mark Wahlberg's rap career, Mark in a moment. Kate said, I was a nervous wreck around him. At the time, Mark was a dickhead. He wasn't very nice. She claims he had a huge entourage and all these people, and she was just there all by herself. Mark said in response to Kate Moss, I wasn't into the waif thing. She kind of looked like my nephew. I mean, she's beautiful, very pretty nephew, but I'm more into curvy women. So he said that she looks like she's a little boy, his nephew. Now that we've started to talk about Marky Mark, let's go there. I don't know why, but this man just does not give me rapper energy, but once upon a time, he was.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is me, Marky Mark, my man HB, and you're chilling on Team Vit. My music is me, yeah. If you listen to my whole album, I grew up in the street, you know what I mean? I know what it's like to be in trouble, you know what I mean? I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like to have money.
This blind item reads, there's been a nasty accident in Hollywood and someone will have to pay up. The issue is nobody wants to take responsibility per usual. But that's not the case anymore because with Morgan & Morgan, regular people are finally winning too. They are the largest injury law firm in America with over 1,000 attorneys and offices across the country ready to fight for you if you end up working with them. In the entertainment industry, these stars have a full team to manage them. Why shouldn't you? Plus, they've been doing this for over 35 years and recovered $25 billion for people just like you. One of their clients was offered a measly $350,000 from an insurance company. Morgan & Morgan got them $12 million. And these aren't rare stories. This is what they do. What makes it even better is how easy it is. For in 2025, people, Morgan & Morgan doesn't make you deal with the paperwork or pay anything up front. You can scan my QR code and fill out your case within minutes. And remember, the fee is free unless they win. So you don't have to pay anything out of pocket and you're not hiring a lawyer. You are hiring a full team who knows how to get it done. That is why Morgan & Morgan is who I would trust if anything happened to me. If you need them, you could start your claim now now by clicking the link in the description below, or scan the QR code on the screen using your phone's camera. It's fast, it's simple, and it could change everything. So he seems like a completely different guy back then, and clearly he was really young. Young and problematic. Back in 1986, when he was 15 years old, he and 3 friends were charged for chasing 3 black children, pelting them with rocks while yelling slurs at them. The next day, Mark Wahlberg harassed another group of mostly black children around the age of 9 or 10 at the beach, gathering other white men to join in racially abusing them and throwing rocks at them. In another incident that happened 2 years later in 1988, he actually attacked 2 Vietnamese men while high on the drug PCP. I don't even know how did he know they were like Vietnamese, but he said he called one man a Vietnamese effing something. I don't even know what he could have said. He then knocked them unconscious with a 5-foot wooden stick while punching another man, an Army veteran, in the eye later that same day. So he was on some type of rampage.
Mark Wahlberg was actually convicted of racist hate crimes against Asians. A lot of people are calling him a hypocrite because he spent 45 days in jail for a racist crime against a Vietnamese man. However, he handed out awards to a majority Asian cast at the recent SAG Awards. However, in my opinion, you can't hold him accountable to something he did in his younger years, and he's clearly grown from that and matured, and is treating Asian people and all people of different races extremely respectful at the moment.
There was a recent scandal involving Mark Wahlberg and his racism, because in 2023, he was presenting an award at the SAG Awards to a mostly Asian cast, and a lot of people did not like that because of what he's been accused of doing in the past. A lot of people called out the SAG Awards because they felt like it was thoughtless to go and have this man who's been accused of being hateful towards Asian people to go and present this award to them because they don't want to be seen on stage with him. For the first attack against those black children, he was found guilty of violating civil rights of his victims, with a civil rights injunction being issued against him. For attacking the Vietnamese men, it turns out that he was charged with attempted murder, but pled guilty to felony assault, claiming that he was intoxicated and the attacks weren't race-related. He was sentenced to prison for 2 years, but he only ended up serving 45 days. In 2014, Mark tried to wipe his record by seeking a pardon for the second attack. I think he was hoping that his celebrity could help him get a little bit more attention on this, maybe get that pardon done. He apologized again for what happened on April 8th, 1988.
Everybody's talking about you asking for this pardon. Why was this so important to you? Why did you want to do it?
There's been so many different reasons and, speculation about the restaurant business or reservist and the police. I've been working for 27 years. I was a young kid and I was a follower, and the day I woke up in prison, I had to say, you know what, do I want to continue to be a follower? Do I want to change my life and become a leader? And that's what I decided to do, to right the wrongs that I've done and the mistakes that I've made as a child. And, those are things that affected me deeply. Now, being a parent, being a role model, and trying to inspire inner city kids that anything is possible, there isn't anything that they can't overcome. And I've no way, shape, or form that I try to use my celebrity or my success to get a part. And hopefully it's the hard work that I put in with inner city kids, my philanthropic work, and the things that I've done as a man, the growth that I've had.
After this pardon news hit the press, a lot of people questioned, is he going to get this? Is this his white privilege? One of those kids that were actually attacked by Mark in 1986 said, I don't really care who he is. It doesn't make any exception. If you're a racist, you're always going to be a racist. And for him to want to go and erase it, I think it's just wrong, because it kind of gives everyone a warning sign to how he is and how he could behave. Now, one of the Vietnamese men, the one who was punched in the eye, also gave a statement saying that he believes that Mark should be forgiven. So I guess that's just up to whoever's in charge. But also, this news isn't new, so I don't think we ever got an update. Oh yeah, it looks like it backfired. Mark says he regrets applying for a pardon. Yeah, makes sense. He did to himself. To close out this video, I did see there was a recent headline about Mark Wahlberg. So it looks like his burger chain, Wahlburgers, has closed 79 locations across the United States. I've actually never had Wahlburger before. I don't think I have. Comment below if you guys have had it before and if you are going to miss it. But I didn't realize he had a burger brand, but they've closed so many stores. It's pretty sad. So it looks like he's going to be out of the burger business very soon. But yeah, comment below if you guys have ever had those burgers. I am curious if they are good. Are they like smash burger? Is it giving In-N-Out? Comment below if you guys have ever had In-N-Out. I know it's like kind of an LA thing, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.